But I can relate to all generations, to be honest. Like, I have a good work ethic. I think that the boomers, they're really good at work ethic and conforming. And I've conformed because I had kids. So I didn't want them to be raised abnormal. But it's just like, what do I have to look forward to now? You know, I've had some cool experiences. I've done some cool things. I've went to some cool places. I mean, I like to travel the world, but I'm looking at how hostile the world is becoming. I'm looking at the guy that just got arrested in France, the founder of Telegram, and I'm hearing that he had child porn on there. So if you allow child porn, like, you should definitely be there should be consequences for sure. But I don't know. That's the left saying that. It's hard for me to believe the left. I don't use Telegram, so I don't know. But it's like, there's like this hopelessness. And then you see everybody else on their social media, you know, acting all positive. And you go out into the world and everybody seems positive. Like, they're just oblivious to what's actually going on, or they don't want to talk about it. It's like, with finances, it's like being in a hole and trying to dig yourself out, and then like the government's throwing more dirt on you, and it just comes to a point where it's like, fuck it. And that's why I kind of started smoking weed again, because at least, you know, when I was high, even though it made me more antisocial, at least it made me enjoy life a little bit. I don't really feel any joy. And one of the greatest, like, this woman I was talking to, she ended up, the whole situation was crazy. A quick rundown. Me and my ex-fiance didn't work out. It wasn't a good situation for either one of us. And I feel like I put more into that relationship than she did, and caring. And I'm completely over it. But like, I thought, like, I helped this woman out tremendously. Like, a ton. And apparently now she's on a good path. When she was where I found her, she wasn't in a good path, and I helped her. I helped her overcome some things. And I'm happy she's in a good spot. So another woman came into my life, and she was a supervisor, and it was like a year, 6 months before she came into my life. I wrote down, like, oh, this is what I want in a woman. And she ended up being everything on the outside. You know, even on the inside, she was feminine and all this and that. Like, didn't drink much, didn't smoke. And that's another thing, is like, women, like, I can't believe how many women smoke nowadays. It's absolutely crazy. Women are so, like, worried about their youth, how they look young, but then they smoke. It's crazy. Anyway. And then she ended up, like, stop talking to me, and then pick somebody else. And that devastated me, because I really love this woman too. To go from that to that, and then, like, and now I'm just like, I don't think I can ever really fully invest ever emotionally in a woman again. I'm fixed. I can. But I understand that it's hard for me to look at women and be like, especially when they're so concerned about what you do for work. They look at me as like a transaction. Like, for instance, it's like the potential of me, like if a rich woman was to come into my life and I didn't have to worry about money, I would not be sitting on a video game playing video games, smoking weed all day. I would be like, okay, I want to get into MMA. I want to shoot guns. I want to protect you. We can have an awesome relationship. We can travel here and there. We can do all kinds of cool stuff together. I just don't feel like being a plow horse. I don't want to be a plow horse. I've been there, done that, and it's crazy that women, even if they have a lot of money, or like they don't even have to be rich, but like they have, like, I can make my own for sure, and I always will. But to look down on me because I don't make as much as she does or make more than her it's like, okay, then just be by yourself, and then you can just. It's absurd, like, that women have not evolved past this. Like, you're feminist, but you still look at me like you still look at me as a status symbol, so you can brag to your friends. Or you're like, for what? It's almost like when women judge men because they're short and they want a man because they want to wear heels and they don't want to be taller than this. Like, how often do you wear heels? Like, seriously, like, you're so superficial. And this is a huge reason why I'm just not really interested in women. I don't feel like putting in the effort. I used to be excited about meeting women. I used to want to, like, meet them right away. Like, if you didn't want to meet right away, I was moving on. You can't get me out. You can't get me out, man. I'm not excited about any of these females. And to think that I'm superficial, like, I'm not the best looking man out here. I'll be the first to admit it. But I'm not out here expecting my woman to be a 10. You know, I look at myself like a 5 or 6. Well, that's what I'm usually trying to get when it comes to looks. Hell, I'll even date a woman that's older than me by like 5-10 years. That will put her at like close to 55. Well, because, like, at least for kids to be raised, you know, like the women around my age, mid-40s, they have a bunch of little kids. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to raise anybody else's kids. I don't want to be a plow horse. I'm done with that. And I think that a lot of men are done with that too. And it's really sad to see all these women out here on dating sites with little kids. It's like, go back to the person you created them with. But our society is so broken. It's so broken. And the only way to fix it is pain and suffering, so people wake up and they realize what really matters at the end of the day, and it's other humans. It's not your brand new car. It's not your big house. It's not your big bank account. It's not going on your vacations and posting your pictures on your social media to try to make other people jealous. Yeah, that's all what it's all about. I feel like most people on social media are just so fake. And I'm like over here trying to be real. I am real. Being real. Well, I put this on just because I think it's funny. I like to troll. But I don't know. That's it.